Hello everybody! JG Craft here, we're back for another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, so without further ado, let's just hop right into this.
Episode 3, Turnabout Samurai, concluded.
October 19th, 3:27 p.m., Rheinco Law Offices. That was a close one, huh Mia?
Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it.
Maya!
So, what happened?
Well, you were kind of out of it. Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Wait, I do? All I need is a motive and proof.
Wow! Good going, Nick!
Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have.
Initial trial? What's that?
That's a new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up.
So, under that system, trials have to end in 3 days?
Yeah, pretty much. Dang. Well, we've no time to waste. Alright, I don't know who did it, but I'm willing to figure it out. Oh, yeah, she wasn't listening. He didn't realize she wasn't listening. I don't know. October 19th, Detention Center. Visitor's room.
Mr. Wright, I did very well again today.
You did very well again. You did very well again today, thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears?
Wow, Nick! You must have really wowed him in there!
And could you wipe that grin off your face?
Hey, WP! Only 1 day left! Let's make it count!
Yes. No, there's not really anything I could do to help.
I'm not really sure what I could do either.
Please, this is no laughing matter. Bruh. So anyway, we got to talk about different people. So producer Vasquez or whatever. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez?
Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius.
A genius?
She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days.
Why is that?
Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and...
And? What?
Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow.
I mean, even rumors could help us figure this out. Anyway, can you tell me anything about Mr. Manella?
Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director, but something in his work caught Squeeze's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Sal Manella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that.
Huh. I can imagine being at her beck and call or whatever, though I can't imagine him jumping. Wow, the roast! The roast! Anyway, Mr. Hammer.
I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth.
Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in the business, or this business. But he just stopped talking on or taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global.
How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer.
He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global.
5 years ago? They're really pointing the fingers at this Vasquez lady. I wonder why. Maybe we should have a talk with this lady. So, to the studio or whatever. Oh, hello. October 19th, Global Studios main gate.
The old windbag sure is quiet today.
You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Why is she being so quiet? Nick?
I think her guard's down.
Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted.
You eat, you die.
Oh, dang.
Whew, she's alive.
Why was she being so quiet, though? What was up with that? So, producer Vasquez. I was wondering about Diva Squeeze, the producer.
Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets away.
She seems bitter.
Do you not like the producer?
Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry.
Huh. Anyway, Director Manila. Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director?
Sal? He's soft, a pushover. Does whatever the squeeze tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it.
Oh, Lord.
Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick?
Nope. No. No, it doesn't, Maya. It does not. It does not make sense. Anyway, Mr. Hammer. About Mr. Hammer.
I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this.
Oh, she's really pissed this time.
You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Power's costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible.
I mean, not impossible, but okay. Alright, where should we explore next? Should we explore the one area or the others? I don't know. I guess we could look around the employee area first. October 19th, Global Studios employee area.
I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming, just one time.
This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later.
I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right?
Uh-huh.
I wonder if there's any other clues lying around.
Oh, Lord.
No touching.
Okay.
Eek!
Oh, Lord. Oh, hi, Gumshoe.
Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you.
Didn't mean. I almost had a heart attack.
I guess I can be a little dramatic or dramatique at times. I suppose it's the actor in me.
Dramatique indeed.
Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on the table.
Wait, are you looking for the sleeping pills? Or for sleeping pills?
Yeah, pal. Traces thereof.
So, we have to see if there's sleeping pills here. Anyway, let's talk to Gumshoe. So, the plate. So, you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How?
For a thorough examination. I gotta take the plate back to the precinct, but I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our sciences guy gave me some testy solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills, see? If there's traces, it'll change color.
Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for?
Now, everything in due time, pal.
Let's see.
Well, the testing solutions on the plate changed color, all right.
So the food on the plate had been laced with sleeping pills.
Looks like it.
All right, we got some more evidence. That's good to see. So about Prosecutor Edgeworth. How is Edgeworth doing anyway? He seemed pretty intense up. He seems pretty tensed up after everything that happened.
Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it.
Whoa.
Talk about burns, pal.
Wow, the fury of Edgeworth.
Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups? Bottles? Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle?
Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle.
All right, so that means...
Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim.
So I was right! Dang! I was on to something! So the investigation. How's your investigation going?
To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects.
What do you think, Detective Gumshoe?
Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though.
So he doesn't really want to keep pushing this on Powers, but at the same time, he doesn't want to upset Edgeworth, who he's trying to be all close and best buddies with. Well, we did get some useful information out of this, which is good. We got all we could, so let's move to the dressing room. Let's see if there's anything in here. Oh, Penny.
Oi, hello!
I don't know where the oi came from, but...
What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent! Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done, but... This week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. What? No!
Why though? I'd like to know why. Why is that?
What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a real shock, or just a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No. No. Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kid shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided.
The higher-ups make their choices. So about Mr. Hammer. I was wondering if you could ask me about if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer.
Yes?
On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2.
Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume, too! What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor?
What rumor?
Yeah, Miss Squeeze, that producer, has some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too.
Huh. Film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? Dude, we're getting some really good information here. What the heck? Before we just kind of got like vague things, but now everything's coming to light. Everything's starting to come to light here. What the heck? Anyway, the studio policy. Why aren't they going to make kid shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all of this stuff ever happened. They want it quiet. You understand? How can they just do that? What about kids who love the Steel Samurai? I mean, kid shows get canceled all the time.
It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true.
It is true sometimes, though.
If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something.
Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. Are we gonna show her the scrapbook, I guess? Okay. Take that! Take that!
And this is?
A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't just be canceled just so some adults could save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone.
You're right. Okay.
But what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me, what is it that Global Studios is so intent on hiding? Tell me about this accident 5 years ago.
Okay.
Alright, it's time to lean into this. Though sometimes they say like, oh man, this show can't be canceled, but at the end of the day, shows do get canceled. Like, when I was a kid, I used to watch the show called Superhero Squad. I loved the show when I was a kid, but in the end, the show did, in fact, get canceled after 2 seasons, which is sad, but that's just how it is sometimes. But if they want us to save the show, I could try, but I can't promise anything. Anyways, could you tell us about what happened 5 years ago?
Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault.
Oh.
Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Squeeze, managed to hush it up.
And that's the dirt she had on Hammer?
And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Squeeze asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldback. Wait, what? Really? She was here at the studios back then, you know?
Thanks. We'll try asking her. If she'll talk. I mean, if we tell her that we're going to find Hammer's murderer, then she might be a little more willing, maybe, if we tell her that.
What? You're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you just take over for me or whatever? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think makes Global Studios what it is today? Hammer! It's all due to Hammer!
She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. I mean, maybe we should talk to her at least, about 5 years ago. Maybe we tell her that we're gonna find the murderer who killed Hammer. Maybe that'll convince her, maybe. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago.
Who told? Who did you hear that from?
Huh?
Nichols!
Nichols? Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols, that assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he?
Whippersnapper! Draining up dirt on someone's past like that. And the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun.
No! I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers.
Are you claiming that Hammer stole Powers' costume? You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof?
Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? Maybe? I'll say I have proof. Do I? I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. I mean, with the limping leg, maybe? Maybe with the limping leg?
What's that supposed to prove? That means nothing to me.
Nick, I'm kind of having trouble figuring that one out, too. I mean, he was there with the limp leg thing. Okay. All right. Is it the sleeping pills? Maybe? Here's my proof.
What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove?
It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it.
What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepiness or sleepless nights or whatever. Why did you prove that he used those sleeping pills on Powers?
Right here. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct?
Well, yes. So?
This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. Got you, old bag.
I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul.
Miss Oldbag?
Okay, you win. I'll talk.
Okay, cool.
I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in.
Miss Oldbag.
You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? The Squeeze. She has ties to the Mafia. She silenced that paparazzi.
You know, I'm starting to think maybe the Squeeze did it. You know, just with all the finger pointing towards her. Then again, it was the same with Penny before, so maybe I'm just shooting the something, or shooting for nothing or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but they're really taking hard to the Squeeze here.
That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio.
I see.
But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone.
Miss Oldbag.
Hold on a minute.
Poor Miss Oldbag.
Here, take this.
A photograph? What? Wait a second. What the fudge? What the heck is this?
This is the picture.
Is this the trailer in Studio 2?
Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy at the top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell into the flower box fence.
Is that why the fence was crooked before? But how did you get this?
It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it.
I understand. Oh, Lord. We got a lot of evidence, holy cow. Though, I guess next we'll look at the employee areas, I guess. October 19th, Studio 1, entrance. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2? Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him. Like the director or the producer. Maybe. I guess we'll move on to Studio 2. Oh, hello, the Squeeze. October 19th, Studio 2 entrance. Hey, Nick, it's Miss Squeeze. Hello? Hello, or something, I don't know. Or Hello, or something, I don't know. Hello, ow! Maya, you should at least try to be polite or somewhat, or whatever. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Guess we should probably examine things a bit. No, let's not. That doesn't help much with the lack of a driver's license. What? Odd how? This is the broken fence from the photo. But we're not gonna bring it up, huh? Anyway, let's talk to the squeeze. See if we can figure something out. So, Mr. Hammer.
Excuse me? Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and...
Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you.
Do something, Nick! She's really ticking me off!
Oh dear. Anyway, Will Powers.
Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai.
I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai.
You did it? Nick! She did it! She's the killer! My Fey blood speaks to me. I know it! I know it!
Oh dear. Anyway, Director Manella. I was wondering if you could tell us about Mr. Manella. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer? By yourselves? Oh dear. Or maybe he's like, oh dear. Maybe, I don't know. Let's talk with the nothing. Nope. You can talk with her from over here. Let's get into the trailer. Maybe we can find something else. October 19th, Studio Trailer 2, or Studio 2 trailer. Wasn't that assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. I guess. Doesn't look like there's anything in here. Maybe we got the evidence we needed? I don't know. Let's go to the employee area, I guess. Oh, I think we found something. Detective Gumshoe must have left by now. He's probably thinking about what to do in tomorrow's trial. I bet Edgeworth is pretty angry with him. Maybe. Do we tell Penny about it? Maybe? The assistant must have gone off somewhere. The stuff about Mr. Hammer must have come as a shock to her. Maybe. Do we confront her about the photo, maybe? I've been wandering around for like the last 2 or 3 minutes, and I have no idea what the frick I'm doing, so this is just a shot in the dark here. Maybe. I'm getting nervous about what if I do this, though. Like, will it ruin everything? Will it actually progress the plot? I don't know. Let's try it. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Old bag. Old?
She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick.
Right, anyway. Miss Squeeze, you heard this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. I guess that was it! Nice! Let's go! As long as I don't get killed in there, we should be fine. You came. I was only out for like an extra 10 seconds. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Squeeze, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing a kid's show for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now.
Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star.
Oh, I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour after some record or whatever.
But you were the cause. You pressured him.
I did think it was just an accident.
Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure?
What do you mean?
Must I spell everything out for you? Think, what would it be if it wasn't an accident?
No. Oh, but I read it wrong. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it? On purpose?
That is what I mean.
You seem to be sweating a little bit. You good? Where's the proof? Can you prove it?
Just think. Would he let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident?
And I ran him hard, believe you me.
But the security lady said it was an accident.
Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did, Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now.
What? This is valuable evidence!
Boys! Oh no. Oh no. She definitely did it. Okay, she definitely did it. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like it to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt. No. Why should Diva Squeeze care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away.
No!
Oh no.
Hold it right there! Gumshoe! I heard everything, pal! Diva Squeeze! You're coming down to the precinct with me!
No! Yes! Gumshoe! Yes! Yes, Gumshoe! Yes! Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. Let's go! Gumshoes for the win! Gumshoe! Thank you, man! I'll be looking forward to it. Yes! Thank you, Gumshoe!
Hey! You okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing.
Detective Gumshoe! Thank you, thank you, thank you! I was really scared.
Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job.
Dude, this is definitely gotta be one of Gumshoe's best moments so far. Holy cow. Wow. Detective Gumshoe?
Sorry, it's just, I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon.
Gumshoes, man. Well, Nick, looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? Diva Squeeze? Or whatever. And who's at the bottom? Diva Squeeze. I don't know. Oh man, I'm ready to fight in court. Let's do this thing. I'm ready to win. October 20th, 10 o'clock a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Alright, Edgeworth, I'm here to take you down and prove my client's innocence.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence or whatever. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, the opening statement.
In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was, in fact, Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From the testimonies, the truth will become clear.
Very well.
Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today.
You may now call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls Miss Diva Squeeze to the stand. Miss Diva Squeeze is a producer who was present or whatever in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Oh boy, I'm here to take you down, the Squeeze! Will the witness state her name and occupation? Or occupation, whatever. Diva Squeeze, I am a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes. Or as everyone here knows, yes. I keep reading these wrong, man. I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. I'm kind of feeling a bit bad for Edgeworth. He's just been trolled on and messed with this whole trial. Although I also kind of love it.
Very well, Mr. Squeeze. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder.
Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. Let's do this thing. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. Alright, here we go. Witness testimony, the day of the murder. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 o'clock sharp and ended at 4 o'clock. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me there. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later, when we all went to Studio 1. That's all.
I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you?
The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, what with the monkey's head toppling over. Was that meant to be evidence I was supposed to point out before, and that this is just to make sure I have that evidence? I don't know. Maybe not. Probably not. Maybe that's just for this trial.
I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it! Right. So we have this evidence now, which is pretty grueling to look at. But, yeah. Bruh. Wow! Oh my gosh, dude! She's ruining the whole point of this game! And the drama! What do you mean you were fatigued? Yeah. What did you think it meant? I feel like I'm holding it on every single thing. He did it too! Oh my gosh. This has definitely got to be the funniest trial so far. Maybe. I think the game might have given me a little hint there. Maybe. It always takes me time to figure this out. Like, I'm not used to trying to think about what is the contradiction from the evidence you have been given. So I'm just like, oh man, what are the contradictions here? What if we present the T-bone steaks? Wait, did it actually work? Wait, did it actually work? Huh? How did that work? Huh? What? Okay. Huh, as I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not!
What's this now, Mr. Wright?
Look at this.
It's a plate?
This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone had been left behind. And her plate was completely gone. She didn't have anything on her plate. That's what the contradiction was! Bruh. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will. Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manila ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet, there was no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare! Oh, we got her! Miss Vasquez! Tell me, how could a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how! You ate the bone too? I'm gonna say you didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took the steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator.
I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break?
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? I'm gonna say meeting with the Steel Samurai. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai!
Order! Are you saying?
Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran to the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands.
Mr. Wright! Isn't that a little presumptuous?
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Right. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the steel samurai spear. Yes? I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? You couldn't, could you? I'm guessing. I think you would have had a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Huh. You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning? The steel samurai spear was not the murder weapon! What? Oh, is it the bent fence? Is that coming back into play?
What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body.
I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. Do we have the... Oh, we're gonna present the picture? Alright, let's present it.
Take that!
Wrong, Mr. Wright.
But I haven't said anything yet. Oh. Dang. I thought that was it. Okay. I guess that was the wrong thing. Oh. Are we presenting the spear? That's my next guess. I present my proof. The so-called murder weapon.
But that is the murder weapon.
Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. Or it did break, but yeah. But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who was wearing a thick costume with this through the chest?
Order! Order!
Mr. Wright, what are you? Something, I missed that part. Think about what you're... Silence! I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? Or she said that, but whatever. I screwed that up because it panned to Phoenix, so I assumed. But then I read it said for Squeeze. If the Steel Samurai was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was? How was Hammer killed?
Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer?
I can. I'm pretty sure. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was?
I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well. Let's see this murder weapon then.
I'm guessing it's gonna be this. Now I can present it. Look at this, or look at this photo.
What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing on the top of the stairs. Order! Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is that all about?
This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it. See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest?
What? Are you saying?
Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Oh Lord. Has happened again!
Ugh. Mr. Wright, continue!
It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss Diva Squeeze meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. Oh, she looks like she's in dire straits now.
In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die?
5 years ago? Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Ho ho! Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of argument that Hammer died at the trailers, as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break-in in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death? Then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time.
Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body?
Easy, with that mafia group that she had. She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? That group that she threatened us with before. For instance? Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then.
Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body.
With the van. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1. And you used the studio van to do it! Ugh. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so he went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me there. Or take me, whatever. I might have screwed up the line totally, but yeah, there was this van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, Mr. Wright. Don't forget it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? I keep thinking, I'm gonna say, of course he wasn't because there was that mafia group, but yeah, of course he wasn't. Of course he wasn't. Ha! So, without Mr. Manella noticing anything, she put the body in the van. Then managed to put the body into the costume? Are you seriously suggesting that is possible? Of course I'm not serious. Ha! Ha! I was kidding. To line up the proceedings. Lights? Lights in? You can't lighten up a murder!
Mr. Wright, the court requests you refrain from making claims in jest.
Yes, Your Honor. I guess he was part of it. Of course, Salmonella had to have been a conspirator or something. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose, you win. It was fun. I win? So what happens next? Don't question mark me! Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that. I just said that. Wait, so you mean Diva Squeeze? So it was you? You killed Jack Hammer? Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did it? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right! But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? 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 Oh, Lord.
Order! Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you have no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do? What do I do? Testify again, Vasquez. I'd like you to testify again.
Testify again?
Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn. To come so far only to fail. Oh, Lord.
As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Squeeze.
Wait, what? Edgeworth?
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't.
I see. Very well.
Oh. What? Edgeworth, what are you doing? What are you doing, Edgeworth? What is this case? Alright, I'm saying this is by far my favorite case so far. It's so funny. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Oh my god, this is my favorite case. Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes.
Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly do you want her to testify about?
Well, yes.
Indeed! Verily I say, ergo! I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
Dude, I've said it once, twice now, I'll say it again. This has got to be my favorite one so far. Like, this is just so freaking good. I love this, it's so funny. Nick, why did Edgeworth... Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But, wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that. Edgeworth? Yeah, what is up with that? I mean, I appreciate the help, but... Wow. Alright, witness testimony after finding the body. This should help clear things up, maybe. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying he did it! I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home.
I see no issue raised by this testimony. Mr. Rice, your cross-examination.
Okay, Nick, we're close. Real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot,
She's sure to falter or whatever.
find the key you need to twist the truth out of her, Nick.
Right. Let's do this. Time for a cross-examination. Let's press harder. Where were you and the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, I mean, you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help. Wow. Huh. No, maybe not, Maya. Wait, what? Wait, what? Edgeworth, what? Huh? He's just pointing out. Dude, when did Edgeworth get on our side? What the heck? Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. Edgeworth, thank you, man! Dude, why is the prosecution helping?
Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth! What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense?
I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation, or whatever? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of cult is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal.
Very well. The witness will change your testimony to reflect this reason.
Dude, why is Edgeworth helping me? What the heck is happening? What is happening? I love it. It's so awesome. Yeah. I'll find something. I'm on this. Like, dude, after Edgeworth's assistance, I have to figure this out. I have to let his motivation to getting her guilty verdict on her, but not guilty on Powers through. I gotta see this through. What would happen if I presented the photo or something else? Objection! Did that actually work? You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think it's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What?
Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Oh. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Squeeze, you saw Hammer limping. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes.
Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured?
Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Oh!
And when he was doing this, well, it would have to have been after he would put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Squeeze, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Oh.
Order! Order! I will have order!
Witness. Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one with a squeeze. Very well. I have a question for you. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing.
Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there was a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive?
Sure, of course I can prove it. Okay, I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Squeeze's motive in this murder. Oh crap, I should have saved before this. Oh no. Maybe it's... I'm gonna save the 5 years ago photo. This is my proof.
This is the photo from before?
This photo reveals the motive in the murder. Or in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Squeeze? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With Diva Squeeze's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated the Mr. Hammer's fall or whatever. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, Diva Squeeze, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star.
One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you've only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed Diva Squeeze, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Squeeze have?
Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine.
Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Visqueeze's motive for murder.
Let's reveal evidence here. Okay. Allow me to present to the court evidence proving Miss Visqueeze's motive. Let's try the photo again. This is my proof.
And this tells us why Miss Visqueeze wanted to kill Mr. Hammer?
I'd say it all proves is that the defense attorney has completely lost his marbles.
Mr. Wright, the court requests that you find your marbles immediately.
I'm afraid I have to penalize you for your for this. What? I have to penalize your for this. I think he meant you for wasting time, but that's clearly a typo. Nick, we're so close. Think this one through, please.
Mr. Wright, I'll ask you again.
All right, let's try spear, I guess. This is my proof, and this tells us maybe this. Maybe this. Bruh.
2,000 years later.
I've tried them all at this point. I've tried to present them all. I probably cut out most of them, but I tried to present all the things here. So I guess she had no motive? She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Mr. Squeeze did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. Are you saying that I tried presenting all of those things and the answer was she didn't have a motive? Oh man, I feel stupid. They really trick you with that one, don't they? They always make you think, oh my, I do have evidence. I didn't. Oh Lord. And I just kept trying to guess, but no matter which one I chose, I had to go back to a previous save to reload it because every single time I got the same freaking response. Bruh. Anyways, all Mr. Squeeze did was push him off down the stairs or whatever in self-defense. What was that now? Oh, what's that now? Whatever. It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Squeeze. What? What? I probably should have said a better what there, but whatever. Your Honor. Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the steel samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Diva Squeeze, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Oh, Lord. Oh. I guess that was it. So, you did do it, didn't you? Yes, I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Miss Squeeze. What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Oh. Manuel. Mr. Squeeze, please try to remain calm. If there were people who explained who was talking, I might be able to work better with this, but I don't know who's talking. I'm guessing Manuel was important to her? Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. I guess that's that.
Mr. Edgeworth, where's Diva Squeeze?
In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever.
I see. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
It appears you have brought about yet another miracle.
I thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle.
Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers,
not guilty. Let's flippin' go! Yes! Oh, what a ride of emotions.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Oh man, what a ride of emotions. October 20th, 1:12 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3.
I don't know what to say. Thank you so much.
I'm just glad you're okay.
Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Mr. Squeeze, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me?
It says show evidence. Is there any evidence to prove it? Maybe the scrapbook? It's because you were the Steel Samurai.
Because I was the Steel Samurai?
Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kid's show, and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you.
I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him any time.
I think you're missing the point.
Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over.
So am I. So am I.
Congratulations, WP!
Oh! Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume, man.
Oh. I'm pretty sure they're still canceling it.
Is something wrong?
No! Of course not. Ah! Nick! Edgeworth!
Oh, hello, Edgeworth. Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Okay. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No. I really want to thank you. The squeeze would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers.
Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers.
Liar!
Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years.
Meet again?
However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kinda necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. I mean, we might end up seeing each other in court again, so I don't know.
Mr. Wright, was that guy your friend?
What? Friends? As if! They're rivals! Rivals! Right, Nick?
For now we are, I guess.
Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick! Tell me! What's the deal with you and Edgeworth?
Yeah, I'm also kind of curious. What is the deal with them? And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again. Nice. Oh. They actually went through with it!
Nick! This is it! The new show starts today! You're going to watch it with me, right?
I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it.
You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant!
Fine, I'll do it.
Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time.
I don't know. I don't think the world's ready for the real Will Powers. Oh boy. Oh man. What another awesome ending. I think that's definitely gotta be one of my all-time favorite episodes so far. I say, but I've only played 3, so. Well, that wraps up another trial for Ace Attorney. That was definitely probably my favorite episode so far. I really loved it. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm excited to see where things go next with the next episode. So that's all we gotta say, and thank you all for watching. If you're new to the JJ Crafter channel, don't forget to subscribe. I also do Crafter the channel, and I will see you all around. Peace!